Today I want to talk to you about something many of us carry quietly in our hearts: the longing to feel safe, to feel supported, to feel free. And often, that longing takes the shape of money. But what if I told you that money is not just paper or numbers on a screen? What if I told you that money is energy? And like all energy, it responds to vibration, to emotion, to belief. You are already abundant. You've just forgotten. You see, the universe does not withhold from you. It only mirrors what you believe you deserve. That's why abundance is not something you chase. It is something you align with. When your inner world feels rich, when your thoughts are rooted in trust, when your energy says, "I am open," then prosperity has no choice but to respond. Let's shift together. Let's remember that prosperity begins within. And as you read these words, take a deep breath and say gently to yourself, "I am already enough. I already have enough. I allow more to flow with ease." Because when you vibrate at the frequency of enough, life meets you with more. Let's begin. What were you taught about money when you were small? Was it spoken of with fear or shame? Was it seen as something hard to get or something only for others? Ask yourself gently now, what did I learn about money growing up? You see, many of our struggles around abundance are not because we are unworthy. They are because we are unconscious. We inherited beliefs that were never ours to keep. As children, we absorbed energy more than language. If your caregivers worried about bills, or argued about money, or whispered about not having enough, then your body remembered. Even if you don't recall exact words, your nervous system does. That old tension, that not enough energy, became a program running quietly beneath the surface. But here is the truth I want you to feel deeply. It's only a belief, and a belief can be changed. You are not doomed to repeat what your family believed. You are not stuck in the patterns of scarcity. You are free. Free to choose again, free to believe in something softer, freer, and more true. You get to say, "I am willing to release old beliefs about lack and limitation." Now take a breath. Let your shoulders drop. Notice if your stomach is tight. Sometimes just talking about money brings up fear or shame. That's okay. This is not a time for blame, but for release. This is not a time to judge the past, but to soften into a new possibility. Abundance is your birthright. You were never meant to struggle endlessly. You were meant to live in flow, to give and receive with ease, to feel supported by the universe. That begins the moment you stop telling yourself the old story. Start gently. I bless my past and choose a new belief now. Because the truth is, every time you repeat a belief, even silently, you are teaching your mind what to look for. And the mind is a faithful student. It will seek proof of whatever you believe. So if you keep saying, "I never have enough," your mind will show you all the evidence. But if you begin to say, "I always have what I need. I trust life to provide," your mind will start looking for that instead. And life, because it is always listening, will respond. This isn't magic. It's alignment. It's frequency. What we focus on expands. What we bless becomes stronger. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are simply being invited to update the software of your mind. So let's say together now, I am willing to release the old beliefs. I am open to new abundance. I allow money to flow with love. And as you say it, imagine it. Feel the energy shifting, because it already is. What if I told you that prosperity does not begin in your wallet, but in your thoughts? That the real shift, the one that changes everything, is the one that happens inside. I want you to gently hold this idea in your heart. My thoughts are powerful, and they create the energy I live in. Because everything is energy. Money is energy. You are energy, and the vibration you send out is always being responded to by the universe. That's not just a theory, it's the foundation of how manifestation works. You see, the energy of fear and lack carries a very different vibration than the energy of love and openness. When we constantly think, I don't have enough, or I'll never get ahead, we are sending out a signal of resistance, of scarcity, of mistrust. And the universe, in its infinite wisdom, echoes that energy back to us, not as punishment, but as reflection. What we believe about ourselves and life becomes true for us. So today, we choose to believe something new. We choose to send out a frequency of trust, of ease, of receptivity. We say to ourselves, I trust money flows to me in perfect ways. And we breathe into that. We repeat it not to convince the world, but to remind ourselves, to gently reprogram the fearful voice within and offer it something softer, kinder, truer. Let's play with this idea. What if money loved you? What if it wanted to be near your joy, your peace, your confidence? Wouldn't you treat it differently? Wouldn't you welcome it with open arms? Wouldn't you say, I am a magnet for prosperity. I am open and ready to receive? Remember, every thought we think is creating our future. Not someday, but right now. Every time you choose a thought that feels abundant, you shift your vibration. Every time you turn away from panic and lean into possibility, you change your future. This is not magical thinking. This is energetic alignment. And so I invite you to become intentional with your inner dialogue. Catch the old patterns, the fear, the guilt, the self-judgment, and replace them lovingly, patiently, with words that uplift. Money flows to me easily and freely. I bless my finances with love and clarity. I am worthy of abundance in every form. Say these not once, but often. Let them become the lullabies your subconscious falls asleep to. Let them soften the parts of you that still feel afraid, because the truth is, you are already abundant, not because of how much you earn or what you own, but because of who you are, a radiant, creative, powerful being in harmony with the universe. The more you remember this, the more you live it. And the more you live it, the more prosperity begins to dance into your life, sometimes in dollars, sometimes in opportunities, sometimes in ways your logical mind never imagined. This is how you begin, not with struggle, but with shift, not by chasing, but by aligning, not with fear, but with faith. And every moment is another chance to begin again. So let this be one. Right here, right now. Breathe, smile, trust, and say it one more time with me, softly. I trust money flows to me in perfect ways. Let me share something tender that I've learned over the years. No amount of manifesting, affirming, or vision boarding can stick if deep down you believe you're not worthy of receiving. Money responds to your self-worth. That's the foundation. That's where the real shift happens, not in chasing more, but in knowing gently and completely, I am worthy of wealth. I deserve to thrive. This isn't arrogance. It's alignment. It's truth. It's claiming what's already yours with grace. It's an inner knowing that whispers, I no longer have to try so hard. I simply need to remember who I am. You don't have to perform for abundance. You don't have to prove your goodness or earn it through exhaustion. You simply have to allow it. And allowing begins with worthiness. Imagine a child, radiant and joyful, not questioning for a moment whether they deserve love or joy or play. That's your natural state too. Somewhere along the way you were taught to question it, but those lessons can be unlearned. It's only a belief, and a belief can be changed. So let's begin changing those beliefs, one loving thought at a time. Let each new belief be like a warm light, replacing the shadows. Start softly. Look in the mirror and say, I am enough. I am already valuable. I am already rich with life. This isn't just about money. It's about frequency. Because the energy of worthiness is magnetic. When you radiate belief in yourself, the world feels it. People respond. Opportunities open. And money, which is just energy, flows where it feels safe, welcomed, honored. Begin noticing how your body feels when you affirm your worth. That tingling in your chest, that softness in your breath, that's your nervous system relaxing. That's your inner truth remembering itself. And once you begin to anchor into that deep sense of worth, the next step is natural: gratitude. Gratitude is the most powerful amplifier of abundance. It tells the universe, yes, this, more of this, please. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. And what you focus on always expands. It is the spiritual equivalent of watering the seeds that you want to grow. The more attention you give to what is already working, the more your life becomes a celebration of plenty rather than a hunt for more. So today, begin noticing the abundance that already surrounds you. A warm bed, a kind friend, the breath in your lungs, a moment of peace. These are not small things. These are miracles in motion. Say gently, often, with feeling, thank you for the abundance I already see and feel. Let that be your prayer, your mantra, your practice. The more often you give thanks for even the smallest things, the more your brain rewires itself to seek out good. And soon, good is all you see. You might keep a journal. Write 3 things each day you're grateful for. Or speak it aloud as you sip your tea. Or whisper it as you fall asleep. It doesn't matter how, only that you mean it. Gratitude vibrates at the same frequency as abundance. The more you feel it, the more you attract. Not because you're manipulating the universe, but because you're finally in harmony with it. Gratitude is like tuning your instrument before a great symphony. It sets your whole being into resonance with life's natural rhythm. Take a moment right now. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Place your hand over your heart and quietly say to yourself, thank you. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for all I am and all I have. Let that simple phrase wrap around you like a warm blanket. Let it soften any place within you that has been clenching. You don't have to figure everything out. You only have to feel thankful for what is. So let's put it all together now. I am worthy. I am thankful. I am open. I am ready. This is the vibration of prosperity. This is how you begin. And this is how you return over and over whenever fear tries to creep in. Just breathe, affirm, and remember. Life loves you. Money loves you. You are safe to receive. Every time you choose love over fear, gratitude over lack, worthiness over shame, you reclaim a part of yourself. And piece by piece you become whole again. Prosperity is not something you chase. It's something you remember. And now you are remembering. Continue now with something many of us were never gently taught, that money is not the enemy. It's not a monster lurking under the bed or a prize you must fight for. Money is simply energy. That's all it's ever been. Just like love, Just like breath, just like time, and just like any energy, it responds to your invitation. It flows where it is welcomed. It lingers where it feels respected. It disappears when it's chased in fear or cursed in frustration. You see, money does not discriminate. It doesn't judge your worth. It doesn't ask whether you've done enough, been enough, or hustled hard enough. It responds to the energy you carry. Now think for a moment. If money were a friend, how would it feel about the way you've spoken to it, or about it? Do you avoid talking to it? Do you scold it for not staying long enough? Do you fear it or resent those who have it? Do you blame it for your feelings of not enoughness? You see, money, like any loving force, responds to love. When you begin to treat it with gratitude, appreciation, and even joy, that's when everything changes. I love money, and money loves me. That's not greed. That's healing. That's reconciliation. That's forgiveness for every past belief that told you otherwise. That's the moment your soul whispers, "Thank you. I remember now." It's just a shift. But oh, what a powerful shift it is. When you stop seeing money as something that corrupts or divides, and start seeing it as something that amplifies what's already within you, generosity, kindness, creativity, you unlock a beautiful truth. Money can be a tool for love, for healing, for impact, for care, for joy, for freedom. Think of money as a sacred mirror. It reflects back to you the stories you carry, not to shame you, but to invite you to rewrite them. Every judgment you've ever held about wealth is an opportunity to look deeper and ask, is this truly mine, or something I inherited without question? I often say, you are the only thinker in your mind, and if that's true, and it is, then you can choose to think differently. You can create a new relationship with money, one where you greet it with a smile, not suspicion, one where you trust its presence rather than brace for its absence, one where your bank balance does not define your self-worth because you've already claimed your worthiness within. You can begin to speak of money as a friend who supports your dreams, not a stranger who you must chase. You can look at your bills with peace, knowing they are signs of a life being lived, a life that is unfolding. Say it with me. I love money, and money loves me. Say it gently, say it often. Let the old shame, guilt, confusion, and resistance melt away with each breath. Replace them with kindness. Replace them with truth. And if a voice inside still argues, ask it, whose voice is this really? Where did I learn to be afraid of wealth? Who told me I couldn't have it and still be good, kind, spiritual, or free? And then remind yourself, it's only a thought, and a thought can be changed. You have the power to rewrite the script, to release old stories, to choose again. Because the truth is, you were born deserving. You were born abundant. Abundance is your birthright, and you don't need to apologize for welcoming it. You get to be both spiritual and prosperous, grounded and grateful, humble and abundant. Money is not a distraction from your truth. It can be a deep reflection of it if you let it. It can be the energy that carries your gifts farther. It can be the river that waters the seeds of your purpose. It can be the cushion that allows you to rest, to create, to love more freely. So today, treat money like a beloved guest you're finally ready to welcome home. Open the door with a smile. Clear the old clutter of resentment and fear. Invite it in with light. And remember, you are safe to receive. The universe is generous, and money, like love, will meet you where your energy lives. Speak kindly to it. Appreciate it when it comes. Bless it as it flows in and as it flows out. Trust that you are part of a divine cycle. Give with joy, receive with openness, circulate with confidence. Say softly to yourself as you rest tonight, I am safe with money. I am kind with money. I am loved by money. Let those words sink into your cells. Let them become your new truth. And above all, remember this: life loves you. Prosperity is listening. And you are worthy of every beautiful thing. You are the only thinker in your mind, and you have the power to choose new thoughts now. When it comes to wealth, you don't wait for abundance to arrive in your bank account before you feel it in your spirit. You begin by speaking to yourself with the voice of someone who is already held, already supported, already receiving. Affirmations are not magic, they are permission. Permission to believe again, permission to soften your grip on fear, permission to rewrite what you say to yourself about money. Morning is a sacred time, a moment to plant seeds into the soft soil of your consciousness. So before your feet touch the ground, whisper to yourself, I am aligned with the energy of wealth. Feel that sentence echo inside your chest, not just as words, but as a truth that is ready to take root. Alignment is about harmony, not hustle. It's about choosing to believe that wealth is not somewhere far off in the future, but already moving towards you, matching your frequency. When stress shows up, and as it does for all of us, use your words to redirect your energy. Catch the spiral, pause the panic, and speak gently. There is always more where that came from. Whether it's money, opportunity, support, or time, this statement is a balm. It quiets the part of your mind that's been trained to brace for lack. It teaches your nervous system that life is not a series of diminishing returns, but a generous ocean that flows in cycles. Say it out loud. Say it until it calms your breath. And in the evening, as the day exhales and your mind softens, it is the perfect moment to bless what has supported you. This practice is more than gratitude. It is energetic closure. When you say, I bless my income and all that supports me, you are not only giving thanks, you are anchoring abundance. You are recognizing that even if you can't see all the ways you are being carried, they are there. The kindness of a stranger, the roof above your head, the food in your fridge, the idea that sparked at just the right time. These are all evidence of wealth. Say thank you with intention. Daily affirmations are not to be recited like rules. They are to be felt, embodied, breathed into your bones. They are invitations to step into the version of yourself that already knows the truth. I am not separate from abundance. I am its expression. Let your words be soft anchors, not expectations, but reminders. And let those reminders reshape your days, one gentle moment at a time. Finally, we come to one of the deepest truths of all. Abundance cannot bloom in a clenched fist. You cannot hold tightly to fear, expectation, and tension and expect the universe to deliver miracles. The energy of grasping is not the same as the energy of receiving. We cannot command abundance. We can only welcome it. And welcoming takes softness. It takes trust. It takes a willingness to unclench, to breathe, and to let go. So many of us were taught that success is born from stress, that to earn love, safety, or money, we must constantly strive, that unless we are doing, pushing, perfecting, we are not enough. But that is a very old story, and the truth is much simpler, much more loving. Abundance is not the result of effort. It is the result of alignment. Imagine your financial life not as a battlefield, but as a river, flowing, winding, always moving forward. The river doesn't need to be forced. It doesn't scream or panic to find its way. It moves with ease, with wisdom, with grace. You don't have to fight the current. You don't need to swim upstream with your jaw clenched and shoulders tight. You were never meant to carry it all alone. You were meant to trust the flow. You were meant to soften into the rhythm of enoughness. And this is where the shift begins. When you start replacing pressure with peace. When you stop asking, "How do I control this?" and start whispering, "How do I allow this?" Abundance lives where you stop resisting. It finds you in stillness. It wraps you in softness. I trust the universe to support me abundantly. Let these words wash over you like warm water. Let them become the prayer that rests under every breath. You are not giving up. You are giving over. Over to the deeper rhythm. Over to the wider wisdom. Over to the natural generosity of life. Control, as we've known it, is often fear wrapped in the illusion of responsibility. But flow is trust dressed in grace. It's not passive. It's not lazy. It's the most powerful stance you can take. To believe that life is working with you, not against you. That money does not have to be wrestled from the world, but magnetized through your vibration. That the softer you become, the louder your abundance sings. And in this surrender, you begin to hear the whispers of guidance. You begin to see signs. You begin to follow nudges without panic. You begin to say, "I am safe to receive. I am safe to let go. I am safe to be supported in ways I don't yet understand." And as these truths settle into your nervous system, your whole world shifts. Not because you forced it, but because you allowed it. Take a moment now. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe in softly and say, "It's safe to relax. I trust where I am. I trust where I'm going." Let these words become your new rhythm, your new frequency. Let them wrap around every email, every payment, every plan. Because when you release the grip of fear, your hands are finally free to receive miracles. You don't need to know every step. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to become the version of yourself that believes, truly believes, that good is on its way. That abundance is not something you earn, but something you allow. That you are not a problem to be solved. You are a vessel to be filled. So today and each day forward, try this. Relax into receiving. Don't try to do more. Try to be more open. Don't try to figure it all out. Try to align with trust and speak to money like it's already on its way to you. Speak to yourself like you are already enough. Speak to life like it loves you deeply, because it does. When your energy says yes to life, life says yes back in ways you never could have scripted. Let it be simple. Let it be soft. Let it be now. Let it be you. Let this moment be a gentle return to truth. Not the noisy outer world's version of truth that ties your value to doing, earning, or proving, but the deeper, older, softer truth that you are already whole, already loved, already abundant simply by being. You do not need to fix one more thing, complete one more task, or earn one more dollar to deserve rest. The wholeness you seek is not out there. It's right here, within the quiet center of your being, patiently waiting for your own recognition. When you begin to let go of the belief that abundance only arrives when you are perfect, you make space for the true kind of wealth, peace in your nervous system, joy in your breath, softness in your heart. Whisper to yourself now, gently and with presence, "I am enough. I have enough. More than enough is on its way. These are not just affirmations. They are declarations of alignment. They are reminders that you are not a mistake to be fixed, but a vessel to be filled with grace, with ease, with the kind of wealth that flows from the inside out. It's just a shift, but it's a sacred one, from striving to receiving, from chasing to allowing, from fear to deep, grounded trust. Let your body exhale that old story of lack. Let your energy soften into the knowing that abundance is already on its way, not because you pushed for it, but because you aligned with it. Say to yourself softly throughout the day, and especially in the quiet before sleep, it is safe to trust. It is safe to rest. I am worthy of the good I dream of. This is your true vibration now. This is your new story. This is your gentle blessing. Life loves you, and so do I.